Welcome to Off Topic with Mike and JD. I think I'm JD.
I'm pretty sure I'm Mike.
And welcome to our show. So, as you see, I got my fancy bow tie on. You know why? Because we're talking about the Oscars. Woo!
That's right, the Super Bowl of movies is here again.
I've seen some of the movies. Mike's seen none of the movies. Yet we're gonna... So neither of us are really that informed, yet we're gonna share our opinions on it anyway.
I love the fact that, normally, as somebody who loves film, I make a concerted effort to check out every single Oscar frontrunner, either as it's coming out or after the fact. I'll buy them or stream them or whatever. And I love the fact that the year where they're the most accessible to me, and also the year that I wind up talking about them publicly on the internet, is the year in which I'm the least informed about any of these movies. But that won't stop me from making hardline predictions and getting roughly 50%.
Well, this is the internet. That's the whole point of it, to talk about things you don't even know what you're talking about. So, alright, so what do you want to start off with, Mike? Which category?
Well, let's start with the lower, not lower ones, but let's start with the go in roughly the order that the Academy goes, and start with the smaller awards and get to the big one last.
So what? You want to talk about the technical awards?
Yeah, let's start with technical awards. I've seen Tenet.
Well, we've had our Tenet discussion. Some people, was that nominated for Best Sound? I can't remember.
No, it was not. It was nominated for Best Special Effects.
Okay, good. Okay, because it was considered at one point a contender for Best Sound. I'm like, how is it a contender when that was also extremely criticized? That made no sense to me. But no, Best Sound is most likely going to go to the movie that literally has sound in the title of it.
Right, exactly. I couldn't agree more. If you have the word sound in your movie title, you have to win Best Sound. That's just the law.
That's one of the ones I haven't seen, but from what I see, I the basic story about it is about a rock musician who starts to lose his hearing. And just, again, this is, judging by the trailers, it seems that it has a lot of, to show how it, suddenly sound cuts, or, show, little sounds intensify, I think, like I said, haven't seen the film, it seems to be done really cool, though.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things about that. What do you think, while we're on the topic of sound, of them combining the categories of sound editing and sound mixing? Do you think that's... it means less awards, but, if you ask the average person on the street...
I think it makes 100% sense because I know films. I study films in school. I can't even tell you what the difference between sound editing and sound mixing is. So half the people voting, because, sure, the people in the sound category, the people who do the technical stuff, they know the actual difference from it. But a lot of the academies are not technical people. There's a lot of actors and writers. And those people don't know the difference either. So,
right.
I think it just makes sense. Because sound is something easy. Oh, okay, it's the sound of the movie. But sound mixing, sound editing is way too hard to make a clear distinction that people who are not involved in the technical facts of it could tell. Like I said, I'm sure now people who are involved in it could explain lengthy differences. But the point is, the average person is not going to understand that.
Right, I agree. I think, while it does mean less awards, I think it means shortening the ceremony, which has been a complaint for a long time. And I think, if you want to award more technical awards, that they have the night before for that. So I think it's a good move to consolidate the two categories. All right, so
so visual effects. Let's go with.
Okay,
I feel like Tenet wins this by default because all the movies that would have competed for this are the movies that didn't come out.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Again, I'm biased as pretty much the only film we're going to talk about today that I have seen. I think it is a shoo-in to win. I think it's the only film on this list that is really groundbreaking from what I know about the production. Maybe The Midnight Sky would be the only thing I could see as, maybe stealing that. But
I mean, you also got to consider the fact that that's probably a movie, let's be honest, half the Oscar voters didn't even watch. Because, they're supposed to watch every film. They don't. Let's be real. Not a lot of these people are not watching every single film. Let's just be real here. So a lot of people probably didn't even watch The Midnight Sky.
Yeah.
So, alright. So let's see. See, production design is another award I don't fully get what it means, to be honest.
To me, it's a lot about like the sets and the art direction, like the overall design of the movie. Like, I mean, that sounds redundant, but they used to call this category best art direction back in the day. So yeah, I usually just think of it as
all the sets were literally painted.
Yeah. So
so what do you usually think of it?
I feel like it either has to be, again, Tenet, just because I think a lot of the visuals were interesting. I mean, I think a lot of people saying that, you can say what you will about Tenet in terms of the story and the dialogue and the sound, but it was a very pretty movie, and it did a lot of visuals that I haven't seen in a movie before. Not just in terms of the special effects, but like the ideas and visuals being presented to the viewer. I think maybe Mank is the only other one I could see. Like, I mean, I guess, people love their black and white period-looking movies.
That is true.
So maybe that one. But again, I gotta vote for Tenet because it's the one I've seen.
Alright, so then let's go with edited. Okay, now this is a award I do. I edit these videos. You might not tell, but yes, these videos are edited to a degree. So, do you have the list of the nominees for editing on you?
Yes.
We'll read them out because I can't remember.
The Father, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman.
Nomad is Nomad.
Sound of Metal, and Trial of Chicago 7. Now,
really, Tenet wasn't nominated for this?
Nope, it was not.
See, that surprises me because a lot of the effects, like the reverse effects and stuff, that's all done mostly through editing. Like that's a lot of clever editing. I wasn't a huge fan of Tenet, but I really thought it should maybe not win it, but at least get nominated for it. So
I could definitely see that.
Without Tenet, I can see it going to The Father because it's a acclaimed film that's like kind of, they don't have a category to award it in, so it's like, oh well, here's your consolation prize almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I feel like a lot of times, they'll sneak in a film that they want to give accolades to that maybe isn't going to win Best Picture.
Exactly. Alright.
Costume design.
What do you think is going to win?
Oh, for me? Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Promising Young Woman for almost the same reason. I feel like that's something that might not win other awards that they maybe want to give some love to. But hard to say. I'm very passionate about editing, but I have not seen these, so I feel like I'm doing a disservice.
Alright, so costume design. That's Meg is nominated for that, right?
Yeah.
That they love to give it to period pieces. Like
I was gonna say,
like what they like to do a lot.
I would say I want Mulan to win just because like some of the colors, just even from the trailers, like some of the colors in these costumes are just like fabulous. But like you said, I mean, I feel like Hollywood loves period pieces, and even though Mank is nominated for 10 different awards, I think this could be another one of those situations where the the like quote unquote clear front runner winds up, winning almost no awards because it's so much like it's nominated for everything but it wins nothing, or maybe like one or two
I could
awards.
very well see Mank being that movie.
So I could, so I'm gonna say Mank also for best costume.
And then what's up for makeup?
Makeup and hairstyling. We got Emma, Hillbilly Elegy, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, and Pinocchio.
See, okay, I just seen images for Pinocchio. It looks really cool how they did in makeup, but it's also another film that I don't see. I think a lot of them probably didn't watch. So, and this I could definitely see it going to Mank because for the same reason of costume design, they like it. But the Ma Rainey Black Bottom, I thought, because the way they really transformed Viola Davis, like they made it look like ugly, like which it was accurate because Ma Rainey, the real Ma Rainey herself, never denied the fact that she was an ugly person. Not to be offensive, but like this is from what she said herself, and so the transformation they did with Viola Davis in that, like she looked almost unrecognizable. So I think they deserve it.
I could totally see that. For the same reason, I'm going to give my tip of the hat to Hillbilly Elegy. I feel like what they did with Amy Adams and Glenn Close to make them, hillbilly them up. And I think Glenn Close is a very celebrated actress who kind of hasn't won anything in a while. I think this would be for the same reason of like, they are unrecognizable. Like if you look at the poster and you see these two hillbillies on the on the poster, you wouldn't know that's Amy Adams and Glenn Close.
Yeah, fair point. Alright, so how about let's do cinematography next?
Okay. So we got Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, News of the World, Nomadland, and The Trial of the Chicago 7.
See, now if I was a voter, I would definitely give it to News of the World because that movie I felt got kind of snubbed in the Oscars. I saw that movie and I loved it. Like it was just it was a good movie, well acted, all around, uplifting. It was just a very good film. So I think maybe that'd be a way, to. So if I was voted, I would want to reward that film. Though that might not be the best way to vote because, I'm not really voting so much on a category as much as on my feelings. So,
yeah.
But it does have impressive cinematography. Like, it's not like, this movie has terrible cinematography. No, it has great cinematography. Maybe not the best out of the nominees, but the cinematography is great at Pets because especially they film in these wide open spaces and stuff. Because, it's a Western.
Right. I'm going to have to say I think Nomadland might take that one, only because I do feel like sometimes, as much as I always vote for them to kind of spread out the awards and say, all right, well, like everybody kind of gets one, I feel like a lot of times, movies will get momentum and then like sweep like 4 or 5 categories. Yeah. And I could definitely see Nomadland taking home a lot of these prizes, and so I feel like maybe this would be kind of a start of a momentum for that movie.
That's definitely possible. Okay, so best score.
Yes, best
what do you think,
score.
Mike?
I'm gonna say almost contrary. You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go Soul because people love John Baptiste. Again, having not seen the movie, it's one of the top on my list to see before the actual Oscars. But just like the jazz presence in the movie, I feel like that could definitely be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been sweeping the award circuit, so it really is a very safe bet. And like I said, people love John Baptiste. Like I love Colbert. I always love him when he talks with him. Yeah. And so it's nice to see him get all this recognition. And then it's also him though, and also the people from the Nine Inch Nails. Yeah. They're actually up against themselves though, because they're also up for doing the score for Mank.
Yeah. Atticus Ross did both.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely gonna go to Soul. I mean, like I said, it's been sweeping the awards, and music is such an important part of the film. Like, I just don't see it not winning.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Original song.
Original song. I'm gonna go with "Hear My Voice" from Trial of Chicago 7.
I think "Speak Now" from One Night in Miami. I mean, you got Leslie Odom Jr., Aaron Burr himself behind it, and also, I mean, like, he also act like it's people. He acted in the film, so like there's that, and like he just has the amazing vocals in it.
Okay.
And it has a nice message behind it.
I didn't know that, so I'm changing my vote. I'm saying "Speak Now" from One Night in Miami. That's my vote.
So it's gonna be. I'm gonna find it very funny if Leslie Odom Jr. gets the EGOT before Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, I think that's very possible.
because if he gets this, he's just the Emmy short because the Grammys now award the whole cast for it. So he got the Grammy for Hamilton, he got the Tony for Hamilton. If he wins this, that'll be his Oscar. He just needs the Emmy, which is, in my opinion, a little easier. While Lin still needs to get the Oscar. So I would find it like they're both almost certainly gonna eventually get the EGOT. But I find it hilarious if Leslie beats him to do it first.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if Lin doesn't pick it up next year for In the Heights, but we'll see.
Yeah, and he has another movie that he did a Disney movie too that's coming out that he did the music for.
Yeah.
So like I said, he's gonna have all these chances. Like I said, Lin, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Exactly.
He's gonna get it. But like I said, if Leslie gets it before him, it's just gonna be hilarious though.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Both well deserved.
Let's go to animated film. I mean, I heard a lot of good things about Wolfwalkers. Like in another year, it probably would have like easily won, but it's not another year. You're up against not only up against Pixar, but you're up against Pixar at its best. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say I have a bit of not Pixar fatigue's not the right word because I always love what they do like all the time, but it's almost like it's similar to how I feel about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like when just one person just keeps winning and they keep winning and they keep succeeding time after time after time, you're just like yeah, we know you're the best at what you do. We got it. Like. So I almost would want Wolfwalkers to win only for that reason that I just feel like every time Pixar makes a movie, they just win by default. In fact, like they're the reason this category exists because, they snubbed Toy Story and all those kind of movies.
Yeah. But they didn't win the first time though. They had Monsters Inc. and it lost to Shrek. Shrek won the first animated feature. It's funny because like DreamWorks is in so many ways the wannabe Pixar, but Shrek is DreamWorks at its best, and like it definitely deserved to be Monsters Inc. But it's just funny that like, they did their best at just the right time so they could get the first Oscar.
That is funny. I did not know that. But yeah. I mean, I think you're 100% right that this is Soul slam dunk, no questions asked.
I honestly, I've seen a lot of the Best Picture nominees. Soul was my favorite film of the year. I felt it got snubbed in original screenplay and Best Picture. Sure, maybe not winning those awards, but the fact that it wasn't even nominated to me, I thought was a stuff because it was just such an amazing film. Like, it's in a way that's hard to describe. Like just how amazing this film is. So, like I said, I heard a lot of good things about Wolfwalkers. If it was up against, the more average Pixar movie, like Brave, Wolfwalkers would probably have won. But, I mean, Soul is Pixar at its best. It doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
And I think that's all of the, less major categories, unless I'm forgetting one.
Well, I mean, it depends on, do you want to touch on the shorts or the documentaries? Because we skipped those. Oh,
I don't know anything about the documentaries or the shorts, to be honest.
Yeah, those are...
Oh, and I also skipped...
those are...
I skipped the international film.
Yeah, those are usually the ones I know the least about. Animated short, I'll touch on real quick because those are the ones that I almost always consistently do see, just because they're short, so I can watch all of them. And I'd say, If Anything Happens, I Love You will definitely be the one, in my opinion. I could see maybe Yes People, but I really think it's If Anything Happens, I Love You. I didn't see any of the other shorts. I know that, Oscar Isaac did one of the short films.
That's interesting.
So maybe that. I think The Letter Room. Yeah, The Letter Room was Oscar Isaac's short film. So maybe that one. But Two Distant Strangers, I'm hearing good things about that. So maybe.
Yeah.
In terms of best documentary. Yeah, best
Oh, wait,
documentaries.
that question?
Yeah, just touching on that real quick. I really don't know anything about it. Just to be complete, I will guess My Octopus Teacher for best documentary, and I'm gonna say For the Love of Letitia for short subject. Moving on to international.
Okay, this one is the easiest category to predict because Another was nominated for Best Director. When you get an international film, and it's the only international film nominated for Best Director, you can basically guarantee it's gonna win. Right. I guarantee it's gonna be Another.
It was similar to Parasite last year. We were we weren't sure if it was gonna win Best Picture, but the fact that it was nominated for Best Picture meant it instantly won Best International Film.
Yeah. So Another, put it in the books. They might as well give it out already.
All right.
So now we got all the technical ones, right?
We got next up Best Adapted Screenplay.
Okay, that's good. Go to Nomadland. See, I actually wasn't as huge of a fan of Nomadland, to be honest. Like, I was very hyped for it because of all like the award buzz around. I like usually love like any film that gets award buzz. I'm usually like the person who loves those films, but I saw it and I was just bored during it. Like, I mean, like, and I've seen films that other people would describe as boring that I enjoy, but this one I'm like, nah, I'm bored. Like, I just couldn't really get to it. But despite it not being my personal choice, I can read the writing on the wall, and it's definitely gonna win.
Gotcha. What about Best Original Screenplay? I agree with you, for the record. Best Original Screenplay.
That one is more debatable. Remind me of the nominees.
Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and Trial of the Chicago 7.
See, Trial of the Chicago 7 has a chance because it's a big film, but I think it's really coming down to Minari and Promising Young Woman.
Has Sorkin won before?
He won for adapted screenplay for The Social Network.
Okay, in that case, I think it'll go to Minari.
Yeah, exactly. I can definitely see this going to Minari, but I can see Promising Young Woman, which I didn't see Minari. I saw Promising Young Woman. Great screenplay, great original concept. So Promising Young Woman definitely deserves it. Can't say if it deserves it more or less than Minari though, because I haven't seen it.
Supporting actress?
I cannot pronounce her name. I'm not going to make a fool of myself trying to pronounce it, but the one from Minari is most likely going to get it, but this is the one category where I could almost see anybody nominating it, pulling an upset and winning it.
Yeah, I could totally see Olivia Colman for The Father. I've heard really good things about her performance. Yeah. Again, I said Glenn Close, she's obviously very celebrated. So, yeah.
See, Glenn Close is in a weird spot with this film because she's one of the most celebrated actresses and been nominated 1 million times for Oscars, yet never won. So, some people just want to give it to her already, but also, from what I hear, that film kind of sucked. So, it's
but I could totally see this being, an apology award.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying. I could really just see it going anyway, but the one from Minari, again, I'm not going to make a fool of myself, try and pronounce her name, but I feel she's the best bet.
Gotcha. Alright, supporting actor.
That one, see, for the longest time, Leslie Odom Jr. had it in the bag, but then Daniel Kaluuya just ran past him somehow. I still don't know how Lakeith, what's his last name?
Stanfield?
Stanfield, yeah. Lakeith Stanfield. I don't know how he was nominating this, because all the campaign was him leading actor, and that's the only way Daniel Kaluuya loses this, if they cause a split in the vote.
Yeah.
And then it might go to like Leslie Odom Jr., but that is an unlikely, that's a possible but unlikely scenario. It's almost certainly going to go to Daniel Kaluuya though, for Judas Black Messiah.
I have to agree 100% to Daniel Kaluuya. Best actress.
Alright. Best actress. This one is another one that's pretty in flux. I've actually seen, I've seen 3 of the 5. So I've seen Promising Young Woman, I've seen Nomadland, I've seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. And I think Carey Mulligan by far gave the best performance out of the 3 of them. Like, she played one, it was a very different role than her previous roles. While I feel like Frances McDormand, great actress, I feel like there's a lot of similarity in all of her roles. Like though, not much range. Viola Davis, it's like, I feel like, she, even though it's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I feel like she was almost more of a supporting character though to it, surprisingly. Like she was great when she was on screen, but I feel like she wasn't on screen that much, so I find it hard to give it to her. Like I said, I think it's Carey Mulligan.
My votes are going to actually be for Vanessa Kirby. Again, I haven't seen Pieces of a Woman, but I've just heard like a lot of like heartbreakingly good things about how that movie kind of tackles like the idea of like infertility and things like that. So I could really see that bringing out a pretty strong performance. But I haven't heard any of the buzz, so I could definitely see what you're saying. And really, all of these people look, this is like a very stacked category. So, best actor. All right, this I really, this one we'll spend a minute talking about. I guess the big question is Chadwick Boseman going to get the posthumous win?
Yeah. Well, see, if Chadwick Boseman did not sadly pass away this year, it would be a neck-and-neck battle between him and Anthony Hopkins. Like, I didn't see the father. I have heard amazing things about it. I have seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and his performance, is just amazing. It's just hard to describe, but the emotion he gives in that film, he played, his character, is the kind of character that if you met in real life, you kind of would think is a jerk in a way, but see him on the screen, you want to root for him, oh, he's a fun jerk kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just he really put all of his emotion into this. Like I said, if he didn't pass, it would be a neck and neck battle. However, when you add his amazing performance on top of his, sad early death, it makes it an utter lock for him to win it.
Yeah, I really.
And I said, it's a much deserved Oscar, though. He only won because he died. No, it's much deserved.
It's similar to the conversation around Heath Ledger after he passed. It's one of those things that it's yes, the fact that he sadly he had this amazing career that was tragically cut short. I think it just makes it a lock. But it's not. It's not because of that. But that just adds to the fact of Anthony Hopkins has won Oscars before. He will still probably be nominated for more Oscars in his life. Whereas, unfortunately, we're not going to get any more performances by Chadwick Boseman. He's a larger-than-life figure. I mean, Black Panther was one of the first comic book movie to be nominated for Best Picture. And he was definitely no small part of that. So, yeah, put that one in the books. All right, Best Director.
Okay, this one is another one. Pretty certain on. Again, it's not my personal pick, but Chloe Zhao for Nomadland. She's getting all the buzz, all the word lead up to it, and also though, it doesn't help. I mean, it doesn't hurt the fact that the time we're in right now, they're trying to be more diverse. Now, I'm not saying this is a diversity win, but it doesn't hurt. Is what I'm saying. It adds to what is already strong case. Again, not in my opinion, because the film just, I don't know, didn't resonate with me. But from all the critics, loved the film, so it was already a strong case for Chloe Zhao. When you add the fact that she's the first non-white woman to be nominated for directed ever, so like when you add that to it, and when you look at the big picture, it's like I don't see how she could lose, because like I said, she had all the momentum going in there, and they're not gonna want to be like, oh, instead of giving it to you, we're gonna give it to this. We're gonna give it to, well, I mean, there's only 2 white guys nominated, so but I definitely see that's why David Fincher and the one from another round don't even have a chance, because when all the momentum is going to a woman of color, and like they're not gonna want to be like, no, let's give it to the white guy instead. They're not that tone deaf. Like I said, now if
I don't know. I mean, I never put anything past the Academy.
Like I said, it's a small. If anybody beats her out, it's gonna be either Emerald. What the heck is her last name? Fennell. Emerald Fennell or Lee. Was it Lee Isaac Chang? Is that right?
Yeah, Lee Chung.
Oh.
I
thought
Lee
it was
Isaac Chung.
Lee's Isaac Chung. If anybody beats her out, it'll be one of those 2 people. So at least it's not going to a white guy, but I'm still Chloe Zhao, most likely.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I kind of see Chloe Zhao taking this one. I mean, plus, Disney, they really want to, right in front of the Eternals, they want to put from the Academy Award winning Chloe Zhao.
Yes. You know what? Maybe that's why we haven't gotten an Eternals trailer yet, because they know she's gonna win it. So let's not make any trailers until we can accurately put that in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. But see now, ironically, for Best Picture, I could see Nomadland losing out. Now don't get me wrong, Nomadland is the safe bet. If I had to put my money on something, I'll put it on Nomadland. But I could see an upset happening here. I could see Minari taking the Oscar, because again, whether it's right or wrong. Yeah, when you look at the world we're living in right now, especially with all the unfortunate violence against Asian communities and stuff, I can see them want to give a film that celebrates Asian communities a win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Like I said, the save money is still on Nomadland. That's what the save money is. But if anybody's gonna pull the upset, I'll put it on Minari, because, like I said, because of the unfortunate world when they want to give a win to a group that has dealt with a lot in just the past few months, let alone the past year. Yeah, and like I said, it's not like, oh well, it only got it because of that. No, this is again, I haven't seen myself, but all the reviews, it was getting rave reviews already, so it's it's just added to what already is getting.
Yeah, I agree. I do feel like it will be Nomadland. I mean, I do think there is an outside chance for Mank. I mean, like I said, I don't put anything past the Academy. It is a film about the best, the greatest film of all time. So I could totally see that be. I mean, like I said, maybe the old Academy versus the new Academy. I'm sure the young voters eat it up. They love Howard Mankiewicz and that whole story, and so. But I mean, I do feel like you are correct. I do feel like Nomadland or possibly Minari for a lot of the reasons that you said.
I liked Mank, but I had a lot of problems with it. And mainly just the inaccuracy of it. It's been a long debunked myth that Herman Mankiewicz wrote Citizen Kane by himself. It was based on one article that article was heavily debunked. Orson Welles did heavily write Citizen Kane with Herman Mankiewicz, but the film, like I said, puts the inaccurate picture that, oh no, he wrote this all by himself. And that kind of annoys me, because No, like you're selling Orson Welles short for no reason here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons why Mank didn't rub me right. Now, out of the films I've seen, though, I got to say, thought on the one I liked the most, I would probably go with Promising Young Woman that for Best Picture. Like I said, it was just a very original take from it. It seems fun because from going by watching the trailers for it, you can't really tell what direction they're going in the film. So, which is, and even in the film itself, like, they don't make it clear, like, no spoilers, but they don't make it clear what direction this film is going in. It's like 20 minutes into it, like, oh, okay, like, you don't even get, like, wait, what is going, it's kind of like, wait, is this happening? But it's just such a great and original film that was probably my favorite. Like I said, Nomadland just didn't resonate with me. The trailer of Chicago 7 so that if you see the trailers, you basically seen the movie though. Like, it's exactly the movie that it looks like from the trailers. Like,
I've seen
like,
it.
oh, look at these great performances.
I was gonna say I've seen an Aaron Sorkin movie in my life. I mean, I love Aaron Sorkin. I love him, but
it's great performances, and that's kind of it to it. Like that's kind of it to it though. Like, great performances, great dialogue, but like, no, not really much action. It's just people talking to each other. That's really all that happens. I mean, it's a court movie, but nothing revolutionary about it. Nothing groundbreaking about it. It's just a very, like, it's a good movie, but it's a very basic movie.
Yeah.
So like I said, like, it's the kind of movie that if you see the trailers, you get it. Like I said, Promising Young Woman, you see the trailers, you don't get it. You don't get it until you actually see the film. Chicago 7, you get it. Let's see, like I said, Nomadland just did not resonate with me. Can't say why.
What about Judas and the Black Messiah? You think Ryan Coogler?
Didn't see that. Didn't see that one. Didn't see Minari, which I really wanted to see Minari. I just didn't get around to it.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I mean, I look forward to whatever wins. I'm going to try and catch up as much as I can this weekend. But obviously, usually my goal is in the next year to watch whatever all the winners are. So I look forward to watching a lot of these amazing films. And it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting. Obviously there are a lot of movies we haven't seen, but how much of this outside politics and apology awards and posthumous things, and it's interesting how many other factors other than just the quality of the movie go into the Oscars.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like I said, and that is definitely without a doubt true. I mean, you know what? Because that's what it's like when it's voted on anything by people. People vote on emotion. Like, that's why we're people. Like that's just how these things are. So people, like I said, are emotional. Oh, well, this person's due. Oh, well, this person just won last year, so I'm not voting for them.
All right. So before we close out, is there any? You mentioned Soul, but were there any big, huge? I mean, this was a weird year for the Oscars, right? I mean, we got to talk about that. Is there any big snubs or missed opportunities? I mean, do you think they should have just skipped the Oscars this year? Some people were saying that, or do you think they should have not made this extension? What do you? Any other thoughts?
I'm fine with that. I would have liked to see Regina King get nominated for Best Director. I really liked One Night in Miami. Like, I felt like it barely got any award recognition.
I mean, it got nominated for three awards, so.
Yeah, but I mean, just like it was wonderful, Best Picture and Best Director, and they didn't get either of those. Like that one was a bit disappointing. I guess it's that I would have liked to see the kid from News of the World. She did an amazing performance. I would have liked to see her nominated for Best Supporting Actress instead of. No offense to Glenn Close, but she has enough nominations. Like let's not nominate Glenn Close for from what I hear, a terrible movie, and let's nominate this new upcoming kid from what it was an amazing movie and an amazing performance.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I have not heard good things about Hillbilly Elegy.
Yeah. Like I said, I just don't. I'm not against it as much as I don't understand Lakeith Stanfield's nomination, just because like everything was lead actor, and then he got support. Like I even just on a technical level, like how did he get enough? Like did he tell all the voters, oh, only vote for him for support it, even despite what Warner Brothers is telling you? Did not people decide for their own he was supported? Like I don't even know how from a technical standpoint he got the nomination.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
usually,
usually you have to have the studio put you in for a specific award. So, you know, you would think that could only happen if Warner Brothers put him in that category, which it's happened a couple times.
Because they wouldn't put them against each other though. They Warner Brothers wanted him in. Warner Brothers wanted to push him for lead and Kulov for supporting, so they didn't have to worry about a split vote. So, like I said, it makes no sense why he was nominated. Like I said, I didn't see his performance. Can't say whether or not he deserved it. It's just weird that he was nominated.
Yeah, that is very strange, and I do think there is a good chance that it will go to Leslie Odom Jr. because of that split vote. But
yeah, even Lakeith Stanfield was like, wait, what a support actor! Like he was totally caught off guard. Like he was very happy about the nomination, but also very like, what about the nomination?
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, it was pretty predictable, which is not bad. I mean, it's predictable because these are the best movies, so.
Yeah, I mean, I was joking around that, like, earlier, if they didn't extend the Oscars, we would have seen like Bloodshot nominated for Best Picture. So yeah. I do think at the end of the day, all these are great movies.
Yeah.
I mean, all these movies I haven't seen. They're all amazing. I can tell just by looking at the poster.
They all seem amazing except for the Hillbilly movie.
All right. Well,
I think that's it. I think it's time to wrap it up.
I think it's time to wrap it up. My camera's already restarted once, so.
All right. So, until next time, I'm JD. I think that's how you say it.
I'm Mike, and this has been.
And thank you for watching.
Off Topic.
This has been Off Topic. We really need to work on ending. Bye.
Bye bye.